Today we have another STAMPtember exclusive set, and it's a super cute collaboration with Clearly Besotted. I love those little animal balloons and their adorable riders. As with the other exclusive STAMPtember collaborations, this is a limited set, and once it's sold out, it's gone for good, so snag it quick so you don't miss out. To start, I trim a piece of white cardstock to 5 inches by 10.5 inches, and mark it every 3.5 inches along the longest side. Eventually I will score and fold these lines to create my trifold card, but the markings let me see where my folds will be for stamping. Next I stamp the images from Lift Me Up onto the white panel with Copic-friendly Intense Black ink. I also stamp the images onto post-it notes and fussy cut the post-it notes to create masks for my stamped images. You'll notice that these stamped images don't look exactly like my finished card, and that's because this was my first run at making the card. And then after ink blending, I let my card sit for a few minutes while I had lunch, and our puppy decided to pull it off my table and snack on it. So I started over, but I didn't realize that I forgot to turn the camera on, so I'm kind of mixing these two bits of footage together to show you my process. It definitely was a Monday around here. Anyway, with my second attempt at this card, I stamp and mask all of my images and then add some cloud stenciling with the Simon Says Stamp Clouds for Days stencil and Distress Oxides. I use a bit of purple masking tape to mask off the openings in the stencil to avoid accidentally going over the edges with my blending tool. Then I move the stencil up and rotate it to get the different cloud patterns. I start with spun sugar Distress Oxides and then blend to shaded lilac, tumbled glass, and finally a bit of blueprint sketch at the very top. I spritz the panel with iridescent spray and blot off the excess, remove the masks, and let it dry, away from the puppy this time. Once the oxides are dry, I start coloring my images with Copic markers. For the most part, I use 3 or 4 marker blends on each image. When I'm finished coloring, I score the card panel at 3.5 inches and 7 inches, and then use a bone folder to crease the folds. This creates a 3.5 by 5-inch card that easily fits into a regular A2 envelope but can be unfolded to create this fun scene. And then I add accents with Spectrum Noir Clear Sparkle and a black glaze gel pen. I also use a Copic multiliner to connect the lines of the baskets to the balloons. Next, I stamp the sentiment with VersaFine and heat emboss it with clear embossing powder. As you've seen in many of my recent cards, I couldn't resist adding a little glitter. I cover the highest balloon with Nuvo Crystal Glaze and then sprinkle it with Prisma and Chunky Glitter. Then I add lines of crystal glaze around some of the clouds and sprinkle them with glitter as well. Once everything has dried, I add a few accents with a white gel pen to finish the card. And that's it. You can find links to my blog and all of the products I used in the YouTube description below. And if you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up so YouTube knows you'd like to see more from me. Thanks so much for watching, have a fabulous day, and happy STAMPtember! Bye!